Is it going?
Yes.
Okay. So we are importing an invoice. So, okay. So hit OK.
Okay.
And then save. And then now you can go to import invoice.
Okay.
For this day. So these either came from the handheld or they got imported from an email.
Okay.
And we've already done the Pepsi one. And this one actually, we've already done too, but we're going to go back and delete it later because it's in there again. So you can close that window.
Okay.
We need to finalize the Pepsi invoice, and so we're going to click on that little plus sign, and then it brings up all the items that we scanned out in the store.
Okay.
And we have to get rid of this remaining balance of $23.10, so we have to figure out why there was a difference. And I think there's a start right here on a new item because it's in red. So we have to find the invoice, and we find the $22.80 on the invoice, which is right here. And then we put in the new item. And okay, so we're going to go to this new item. We found it on the invoice and matched up the invoice number, or the UPC number. So it's right here. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And then it takes us to the price book, and then we see that it's red, and we're going to double click on that. So this is where we put in new items. So this is a new item, and we want it to be similar to the like items. So actually, go ahead and close this down. And look at, we know that it's a Frappuccino. We know that it's a honey vanilla because of the UPC number. We found it on the invoice.
Mm-hmm.
So look at the other Frappuccinos, the 13. So we're going to do the description really similar to that, and it's going to be $3.29. So you can write that down on your invoice so you don't forget. The retail is $3.29. And so double click on that, and let's open it up and put it in. So we're going to add the description. And it was Frap. And it's got to be in all caps so you can put your caps on. Frap honey vanilla, so abbreviate HNY. And then go to the end of that and put the size of 13, and then just space OZ. Okay, and then the next, and then hit enter or tab, I think, enter. Okay, so it takes you to the department. So let's see what department you think it'll go into. You didn't have to scroll very far to find it.
Fountain?
No. It's in that section there.
Dairy?
No. Cooler.
Cooler? Oh, cooler, duh.
The cooler is everything like
that's
Coke and Pepsi and everything those guys bring us goes into the cooler category. The only thing that's different is they bring beer, and we have a beer category. So if you go into, you have to have it in the beer category. Go back to your department totals or your departments and go up to the top. That is the one that puts the date age verification.
Okay.
So it has to be in the correct department.
Okay.
All right. So the tobacco and the beer are the ones that are important, and the lottery.
Okay.
So those are the ones that if it's not, you know how sometimes you'll have a ticket that doesn't ask for age verification.
Yeah.
If you scan it and you're like, why doesn't it ask me, or cigarette or whatever, it's because I put it in the wrong department accidentally. So we're going to put this in the cooler.
Okay.
And then the sub-department that I noticed on the other ones was Frap 13, I think. So.
Yep. And it's all cap?
Yep. And yeah. Frap space 13. Okay. So hit enter. See what happens. I think we just need to go over to the pricing from here. You have to take your mouse and go over to the pricing. Click on that first line somewhere. and then it should put the date in. But just, yeah, no, you don't have to select it. It's already selected.
Okay.
So just go to the price. So this is where we're going to put in that $3.29. Save.
Okay.
Enter. And then I happen to know that these come in a case quantity of 12. So if you want to change that to 12, okay, and you see how your margin, if your margin
Changes.
was all whacked out, then you'd know that there's a problem.
Mhm.
Okay, so you can save, or you can save up here either way, or both. And then close.
Okay.
We just put in a new item. It's not going to show everything. We're going to have to remember, though, see how it's on a buy to?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to blow your mind, but we'll do that in a little bit. Well, that's different. So let's close that
Okay.
and close this. And then just hit this little red arrow and it should refresh. So now your eyes, hit it again, see what happens. Keep hitting it. Oh, okay. Well, it's got all the information it needs. And so we're going to save this item. Now we only have 30 cents remaining on our invoice up here that we have to account for.
Okay, so save. Where do I save that?
Just save distribution. Right up
Oh,
over. Yep.
okay, perfect.
And it automatically kind of saves it anyways.
Right.
But let's see. So if you can kind of scroll through and see all those 1730s, maybe one of them didn't have 30 cents on it.